President Trump has his eye on a new piece of Oval Office decor, the original Declaration of Independence. Yes, you heard that right, my friends. Our dear leader fancies himself the curator of America's most precious historical artifacts. It's as if he's trying to turn the White House into his personal museum of Make America Great Again memorabilia. Now, let's not forget that this isn't just any old piece of parchment we're talking about. It's the bloomin' Declaration of Independence. Currently, it's snuggled up in the National Archives Rotunda for the Charters of Freedom, tucked away in a special argon-filled case that's more high-tech than my litterbox's self-cleaning mechanism. Moving it would be about as easy as getting a cat into a bathtub, and twice as likely to end in scratches and hisses. When asked about his desire to display the Declaration, Trump reportedly said, "It's a beautiful document, maybe the most beautiful. I want to see it every day to remind me of what we're fighting for." Ah yes, because nothing says fighting for freedom like keeping a 250-year-old piece of paper hostage in your office, does it? But here's the kicker. Trump's not getting his tiny hands on the original. Instead, he's settling for one of the stone copies from the 1920s. For those of you who aren't history buffs, that's when Secretary of State John Quincy Adams commissioned William J. Stone to make 201 facsimiles of the Declaration. Why? Because the original was fading faster than my patience during a political debate. This isn't Trump's first rodeo with historical documents, mind you. Just last month, he signed an executive order to declassify files on the JFK and MLK assassinations. It's like he's on a scavenger hunt through American history, looking for the most controversial bits to wave about. Meanwhile, Trump's been busier than a one-eyed cat watching two mouse holes. He's created this Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, led by none other than Elon Musk. It's supposed to streamline government operations, but so far it's been about as efficient as a sloth on sedatives. And let's not forget the protests erupting across the nation faster than I can say whiskers on kittens. People are none too pleased about Trump's immigration policies, which seem about as welcoming as a dog at a cat convention. Now, if you think Trump should stick to Twitter for his declarations, hit that like button faster than he can say fake news. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. After all, someone's got to keep an eye on this circus, and I've got 9 lives to spare. But let's pause for a moment and consider the implications of this request. Moving the Declaration isn't just a logistical nightmare, it's a symbolic one too. It's like Trump's trying to claim ownership of America's founding principles, as if they're his personal property. The Constitution is reportedly feeling quite miffed about being passed over for the Oval Office gig. "I thought I was the supreme law of the land," it grumbled, "but apparently I'm not supreme enough for the supreme leader." And let's not forget this is all happening in the wake of Trump's 2024 re-election. Since then, he's been redecorating the government faster than a cat shredding a new sofa. His actions have left many wondering if he's less interested in preserving American democracy and more interested in preserving his own power. It's enough to make this British cat feel quite knackered, like I've been chasing a laser pointer all day. The National Archives, for their part, have been quieter than a mouse in a room full of cats. But one can imagine they're not thrilled about the prospect of their prized possession being used as a glorified poster in the Oval Office. It's like asking the Louvre to lend out the Mona Lisa for a game of pin the smile on the masterpiece. In the end, this whole debacle is just another chapter in the ongoing saga of Trump's presidency. It's a tale of a man who seems to view American history not as something to learn from, but as a prop in his personal reality show. And while he may think having the Declaration nearby will make his executive orders more declarative, I can't help but wonder if he's ever actually read the thing. So, my friends, as we watch this latest episode unfold, remember that in the world of politics, the only thing more unpredictable than a cat's mood is what our dear leader will do next. This has been Ron de Parmesan, reminding you that sometimes the best way to preserve democracy is to keep a watchful eye on those who claim to be its greatest defenders. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and make sure my own Declaration of Independence aidance from the dog next door is safely tucked away. Cheerio.